Yeah, my name is Marcel, and I'm not alone here, but I'm joined by Shawn. Shawn is up here. He's here for energy, entertainment, and motivation. I'm here for the instructions, and together we're teaching every day from 7 o'clock to 7:45. Today we're a little bit later, from 7:30 to 8:15. It shouldn't happen that much, but yeah, sometimes happens. My clocks didn't ring somehow, but I figured that out, and I somehow just lost one of my clocks that went on the flight, but yeah, I guess that happens. Oh, just as I say this, it's up there. I see it. Great. So I've got 3 clocks that I can set up, and I all set them up at the same time, so I won't oversleep, right? So that's great. From here, let's start, let's begin today. How are you doing? How are you feeling? You want to sit down on a sitting pillow, or maybe sit down on some books. Or also you can sit down in a chair if you feel like that. If you feel this will help you, or that's more comfortable for you. From here we start breathing in deep into the belly, into the chest, and we get longer from the hips to the head. And breathing out, releasing. Breathing in again, get long from the hips to the head. The sitting bones, feel the sitting bones rooted, get longer to the head, and releasing. And instead of always rooting down so much as we do, balancing, let's go to the air a little bit more today. So let's get more of a feeling of being like a feather right now. So breathing in deep, and feeling light. More deep breath into the belly, into the chest. See how your body's feeling as you're taking a really big deep breath in. And release. Breathing out. Bring your arms by your sides. Bring your arms up by your side. Breathing in deep into the belly, into the chest. Get long from the sitting bones to the top of the head. And then breathing out, releasing your breath. Slowly release your arms down. When they are down, hold your breath just for a moment. And breathing in again, breathing in. And when they're over your head, get really long and release your hands. And release. Slowly down. And again, if they're on the bottom and on the top, we want to hold our breath for a little. Go in your rhythm here, to how it feels good to you. as deep as you can, belly into the chest. And release your breath. And in again, into belly into the chest. Long from the sitting bones to the top of the fingers. And release. Breathing out. Bring your hands to the thighs. Again, we want to sit up from the sitting bones to the top of the head. A lot. And now move your hands to the front and to the back and really connect to feeling light again. And this feeling of lightness, connect that to your ambitions, your goals, and see how they are also feeling light. Hands forward and backward. And feel how the warmth goes through the palms, but also how there's some warmth on the thighs. Where do you feel the warmth? On the thighs or on the palms? And from there, bring your shoulders forward, upward, backward and down. And again, forward, upward, backward, down. Upward, backward, down. Great. How does that feel to you? And from there, slowly one more round and then release. Then let's come to all fours here. Slowly in your time, transitioning between the exercises in a slow, steady way. No need to hurry there. Bring your shoulders over the wrists and hips over the knees and start arcing slowly up from the lower spine up, breathing in deep. Rounding down from the top of the spine, down from the top of the head, down, vertebra by vertebra down. Waking up your whole spine here. Breathing in deep, arcing up. Rounding down from the top of the spine. Great. How does that feel to your cat-cow? Breathing in, up. Rounding down from the top of the head, down. Arcing up. Rounding down. Arcing up. Rounding down. Arcing up. Down, and then shifting a little bit left and right. Maybe doing movements like a snake would. Release your head a lot, release your elbows, shift yourself maybe back and forth. Belly in and up. Shoulders to the back, shift yourself to the back. Let's see how that feels. See what feels good. Check in what your body needs right now. Try to listen to your body here. Good. And from there, extend your hands a little bit forward, push in your mounts of the fingers into the floor, claw your fingertips, and shift your hips up into the sky. Let's come into downward facing dog. So hips up into the sky, bend your knees a lot, bring your chest a little bit up. And from there, we want to find more space in the lower spine here. So we want to get long from the heart to the fingers, heart to fingers long. And then from the heart to the hips long. As you're breathing in, get longer there. And then find more space in the lower spine. And maybe also find a stretch in the hamstrings. So bending your knees a little. And we want to protect our shoulders so our chest is lifted up just a little tiny bit here. Look into in the wrists and start walking forward, breathing out. Bend your knees and stand up with a straight back. Bring your arms up into the sky. Get long, long, long from the feet to the top of the fingers. Belly in and up. Bring your hands in front of our chest together. Close your eyes for a moment. See how your body feels today. Shake your legs, your fingers. And then come forward again, forward fold here. Place your hands down, take your time. No need to hurry, step back into all fours. And what we're going to do here is warming up the wrists a little. Then we're doing table pose in between. So first of all, you want to really think about the mounts of the fingers here, these here. And you want to push them into the floor. So again, bring the hands either a little bit closer to the knees or further away. If you bring them closer, it's getting easier. Then we want to shift all the weight over the hands and then push up with the mounts of the fingers and with the wrist. And release down, pushing up and down. And additionally, we don't want to lift with the hips kind of here. But we want to give the weight over the hands, over the wrists. And from there, we go for maybe around 10. Round of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And see how this feels to you. It should activate the lower arms here. And of course, if you like to do more, you can do so. But we will do in a moment. So shake your wrists a little bit. Shake your arms. Your shoulders. And come forward. And let's go again. Let's go for a round of 20 if that's good for you. If you're doing it the first time, just do 10. Completely fine. Push into the mounts of the fingers. Push up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Good. Release. Shake your wrists. How do your wrists feel? How do your lower arms feel? And then interlace the fingers here softly and give your wrist a little shake here. Left and to the right. Maybe bring the other thumb forward. See how that feels. And then come forward again. Bring your shoulders over the wrists again. Push into the mounts of the fingers a lot. Then lift with the mounts of the fingers off. And go down. Good. And we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. And release one more time. Up, slow, and then down. Good. Shake your arms a little. Let's go a little bit more. If that's already burning for you, if it's already burning for you a lot, then you're doing great. And you can just do maybe 10 last ones. Other than that, if you like to feel it a little bit more, Let's go for 40. And just a quick intermediate step. Bring your arms up and fingers together and then fingers apart. So, blinkers. We're blinking. Imagine there's a crowd of people in front of you. I'm always telling you the same story here at the moment. Imagine a crowd of people is in front of you and there's a friend of you inside the crowd of people and you want to get his attention. So you really need to go fast here so the friend can see you. So you want to get his attention by blinking your fingers. Then release your arms, come forward again, push into the mounts of the fingers a lot, and come up and down. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18, 19, 20. Good. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. And one last, slow up and slow down. Good. Shake your arms. How do the lower arms feel right now? They're warm a little. They're warm a little. That's good. If they're burning, that's also good. Awesome job. And yeah, let's give it a little bit of a break and then we come straight back to it. So first of all, come onto all fours. Good all fours position, so shoulders over the wrists, hips over the knees. Then we find a good stance with our hands. So we want to root our mounts of the fingers down on both sides and then we lift one hand up and the left leg back if the right leg lifts up, right hand lifts up, and right leg back if the left hand lifts up. And we want to look to the back and check if our leg is somewhat parallel to the floor, if the hips are parallel, so we don't want to stagger the hips, like kind of like lift them over, not right now. We want to find a good table position and our head is an extension of the spine here as well. Good. How does that feel? Drawing the belly in and up, get really, really long and flat on the back as well. And something's going on. Also your shoulders long. I don't feel that flat today. Ooh. Good. Relax your head down a lot. And really try to imagine there's a wine bottle on top of your head. Imagine you could place all kind of things on your back. Good. Then from there, draw the knee and the elbow together, rounding a lot. Rounding a lot. Your head as well. Then bringing again, extending your foot, your head a lot. Extend your arm a lot, drawing the belly in and up. And together, rounding and extending. And together, rounding and extending. Rounding. Ooh. And extending. And then release. Change the side. No need to go too overboard here right now. But bring the right leg back. Left leg forward. Left hand forward. We're not doing Hanumasana or splits. The legs right now. Drawing the belly in and up. Finding a good stable position. And maybe look to the back and check with your foot how it feels. Imagine an imaginary wall behind you. push your foot in, and then draw the knee and the elbow together, rounding, and then extending. Rounding and extending. Extending, rounding, extending. Good. Let's go one last time here. Rounding a lot. Extend. And let's go down here. Great job. Shake your arms, your fingers. Whew. The next thing you're doing is we're warming up our handstand a little bit more. So you have quite some more exercises that are coming up. So first of all, bring your hands forward, push into the mounts of the fingers a lot. Claw your fingers here. Yeah. Shift your hips up into the sky. And from there, bend your feet and get strong from the chest to the belly. You want to be integrated here, and we want to take jumps and jump. And additionally, what we want to do is we push into the mounts of the fingers a lot, and as we did just before in the wrist push-ups, we want to use these muscles to press us down again. So as we're jumping, maybe just do little jumps, completely fine. Feel how this presses us down into the floor by activating the wrist, the mounts of the fingers that push into the floor. And like this, we're jumping. Let's see if you can play with that a little bit. And no need to jump really high, but you can also just jump where you are today. Small jumps, but try to keep a length from the fingers to the hips. Good. And activate your fingers a lot, pushing into the floor a lot. And then release for a moment. Bring your knees to the side, big toes together. And reach forward. Release your head. Breathe in deep. Then from here, come up again, and we do it one more time. Push into the mounts of the fingers a lot. Claw the fingers. Fingers are spread wide. Index fingers pointing somewhat forward. Bend your knees. Good. And start jumping. And see where you can go. Maybe just a little bit, and really push into the mounts of the fingers. And try to go with your hips up, kind of like pushing your hips up, and all your body from the fingers to the hips is one segment, right? Super hard. Good. Releasing again. Bring your legs to the outside of the mat, big toes together. Reach forward, release your head. Good. And from here, bring your hands forward. Shift the mounts of the fingers, shift your hips up into the sky. Breathe in deep, look between the wrists, and walk forward. Bend your knees, stand up with a straight back. Breathing in deep, lift your hands. Get along from the feet to the fingers. Bring the hands in front of the heart together. Great, and release. Shake your wrists, shake your fingers, shake your legs. And from here, what you're going to do is bring the legs to the short end of the mat here. Legs to the short end of the mat. Check that if you extend your hands, your arms by your sides, that the wrists are over your shoulder. The wrists are over your ankles here. Whoop. Exactly. And from there, hinge at the hips. Breathe in deep. Check with your lower spine that it's not rounding. And hinge a little bit deeper. Check where you arrive today. And again, your head is an extension of the spine. Check that it feels good to you. Your knees are engaged, your outer edges of the foot are engaged. And then slowly release down. Rounding down, right? Not just at one space, but at your whole back, rounding down. Good. And from there, we go to the left, say hello to the left toes. Keeping your knees engaged, keeping the outer feet engaged. And we go to the right, say hello to the right toes. How are you doing? Over here. Come back into the middle. Push into the mounts of the fingers. Push into the clawing the fingers here a little. And shifting all the way to the hands right now. What we're doing is we're jumping in and we're jumping out. And what we also want to do is we push the mounts of the fingers down and shift all the way there. So it should be really easy to jump in and jump out. Good. If you got this, if you're new to this, you can just do 5 or 3. Completely fine. If you have already done this, let's go for a round of 10. Jumping in and out. Good. And when you're there again, slowly shift your weight back, bend your knee a little, and come up. Whoop. Great, shake your wrists. And from here, we have one more exercise that we're doing. So in terms 2, but for workout. So, come to your knees, extend your arms over the head, push your palms up, draw the fingers down. Draw the chest in and up. Get long from the feet to the palms, drawing the fingers down. Get long, push out of the shoulders. Great. Breathing in deep into the belly, into the chest. How does that feel to you? Push out of the shoulders, draw the fingers down. Push out of the palms. Great. And release. Standing and turn to the side. Get your arms long. Push out of the palms again. Draw the fingers back towards you. Push out of the shoulders. So shoulders are leaving the shoulder socket right now. Breathing in deep. Drawing the fingers back. Fingers away from each other. Make more space between the fingers even. Great. And then release your arms. Shake your arms a little. How does that feel? Breathing in deep. Great. So last exercise before we're going up to a handstand, but don't worry, it's accessible to everybody. So the exercises that we're doing should be accessible to everybody. If not, tell me and we'll slow it down a little bit more. So from here, hinge at the hips, come forward and down, bend your knees maybe a little, whoop, and when you're there, round forward and down, place your hands down on the mat. So make sure you have some space between the feet and the hands, and what you're doing is we push in all the weight through the hands. So giving all the weight through the hands, we're stepping a little bit back with the feet. Then we're drawing the hands back to the feet again, shifting all the weight again to the hands and stepping a little bit back. So it's kind of like leaning forward and stepping back. Good. And when you're at the back, shift your hips over the heels. Release your head, release your neck, release the arms. Hips over heels as good as you can. So probably a lot of the weight will be over the toes here. And breathe in. Hips over heels. Straighten your knees if you can. And then put your hands down again. You're doing great. Awesome job. Bring the hands foot width distance away from the feet. Push into the mounts of the fingers. Shift all the way to the hands. Push into the mounts of the and step in a little. And again, shift all the way to the hands and step in. Good. And like this, we're wandering forward on the mat. So we're shifting all the weight there. And maybe in a controlled fashion, lift your feet off the ground. Coming forward again, bending your knees and standing up into a straight position. Again, extend a lot your arms up. Get long from the feet to the, and bring the hands in front of the heart. How does it feel right now? Release the arms, shake your wrists, shake your fingers. Good. And we're completely warmed up. So let's go to our exercises that we're doing on the wall. So please find a wall. And what we're doing is we bring the hands there and we bring our hips over the heels again, 90 degrees. And we really get long from the hips to the wall. Get long from the shoulders out. Push into the mounts of the fingers a lot. Claw your fingers here. Drawing the belly in and up. Great. And there's so much to learn here. So what else you can do here is look just up a little bit so that you can look between the wrists with your eyes. And then we get long from the hips to the fingers, to the wrist. Push into the mounts of the fingers a lot. And we're kind of already in a handstand here. That's the beauty of it. And then slowly come up. Again, shake your wrists, your fingers. Next thing we're doing is we bring the hips to the wall and we measure the distance with one foot, with one leg. Measuring the distance. Then put one finger there. Whip. Put your wrist there where you measured the distance. And we're doing the same thing upside down. So first of all, if you don't like to do this, you can do variation 1 again. You're invited now to just watch me first, and then you can decide if you like to do variation 2 or variation 3. So variation 1 we did all together. And just give me a moment here. If you already knew variation 2, know variation 2 and variation 3, you can go ahead
and choose what you want to do. Already go up. So what we're doing when we found this position, pushing the mounts of the fingers, right, stepping up to the wall. And again, looking between the wrists, barely. Drawing the belly in and up a lot. And with time, this will feel better and better if you practice that. And we also want to have 90 degrees in the hips. I think I was a little bit over that. So this was variation 2. Variation 3 is come into a plank position. So your feet are close to the wall. And again, in plank position, we also want to push into the mounts of the fingers. Then we slowly step up on the wall and walk in with your arms. Good. You can walk in even further to the wall if you like, but always press into the mounts of the fingers so you're not falling over, and then walk back until we're down again. And you can now choose if you like to do variation 1 again, variation 2, or variation 3 again. So completely fine if you want to do variation 1 again. So variation 1 with the hands on the wall, 90 degrees in the hips. Variation 2, measure the distance with one leg, hips on the wall. Measure the distance with the fingers, put your wrist there, then come up. And variation 3, plank pose, walking up on the wall. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to write me. And other than that, I'm going for variation 1 one more time. And if you're already in the pose, breathe in deep. And I'll give you time to do it one more time. Choose maybe another variation one more time and do that again. By the way, if you hear my cat meowing, that's her because she wants to get food. And don't worry, she will get after. Shake your wrist, shake your fingers. And when you're ready, you can go again for another variation. Take a little break, give yourself a breather. And And from there, slowly come back to a standing position. Breathe in deep. Next thing you're doing is we're coming to the front of our mat and we hinge at the hips. We come forward and down. Release your knees a little with your hands down. And start sitting back. Come to your wall, to your back, to your wall, to your back, I mean. And from here, we just come into a cactus position and release the legs to the right and to the left, to the right and left. Just giving your hips back some juice to it. Now. Good. And then extend your feet. Extend your arms and get long. The right side, right leg long, right arm long. Then left leg long, left arm long, and right leg long, right arm long. And continue like that. And then release. Bring your arms by your sides. Palms are pointing upward and feet are falling to the sides. Release your head, close your eyes, and just be where you are right now. And just be for some minutes, and then I'll get you back to your body. So, around 3 minutes.
Deepening your breath. Start to move your fingers, start to move your toes. And when you're ready, come back to your body and draw your knees towards your belly. Shift yourself to either the left or the right side of your side body. Come into lie down in the side body position. And from there, try to feel really, really light. Light like a feather. Breathing in deep. Releasing, making it comfortable. However you're lying down on your side right now. As deep as you can, one more time. Take a deep breath in. And with your next breath, lift yourself up, come into a final sitting pose. Bring your hands in front of the heart together when you're there. Honoring your yoga practice and honoring your lightness. So not that you fly all over the place, but also honoring the lightness and the groundedness and the balance between them. And release your arms, open the eyes, and welcome back. So I hope you enjoyed the practice today. And I hope you can draw a lot of energy out of that. My name is Marcel. I'm teaching every day here. I'm not alone teaching here, but I'm joined by Shawn. He's up there, he's looking down. He has a lot of energy, motivation, and energy to give to you. If you would like to join in again, it would mean a lot to me. Also, if you would like, if you could follow me, that would also mean a lot to me. Next to that, I have also a YouTube channel. If you'd like to check that out, you can do so. All the live streaming sessions that I'm doing here on Twitch. So if you're watching this on YouTube, check me out on Twitch live. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask them live, or otherwise you can also hit me up via Discord. Tell me hi there. And if you have any questions, ideas, or suggestions, hit me up there. I'm all ears. And by that, so that said, I wish you a wonderful rest of the day. And let's go and rate somebody. And yeah, let's finish up here. Let's finish up here. Yeah, I'm just rating Loco today again. He's cool. I like him. Let's go. Bye bye, guys. Have a good one and see you very soon. Yeah, almost done. Almost. Okay. Let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. So. Let's close it here.